Okay, we are back live. I first time using StreamYards on my cell phone. That way I could live stream to Twitter and tiny. No, it's tiny bit. You got to turn the volume up. I mean, it's a little, but the volume's not good. Free Palestine! Okay, so started and see what happens. Hopefully, the press, once we get one of these megaphones working, so I had to turn it off and back on to a little better, but the volume's very low. Is there maybe on the thing itself or?
No, it's already up as high as it goes.
Okay.
Yay! Thank you for coming.
But you got to plug in a microphone.
It's wireless.
Does it have its own battery? You need the generator.
I think it's 5 minutes.
Okay. Is it on yet?
It's on without it. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's probably the side.
I'm not sure if it needs probably needs a connector cord. I don't know if there's a cord for it. Okay, we got to get the speaker equipment working here. So, got about 50 plus people here, the local media, and trying to get um, the speaker equipment working. And then there's going to be a press conference with. Okay, that sounded like it's on. It sounded like it went on. If
This part's on, that needs 2 batteries.
okay, so the sound is working. Sorry, I'm helping out a little bit, trying to get the speaker set up. So the press conference, I'm not sure who all is going to speak, but the main organizers of this is the Union of Professors at Wayne State. So it's not necessarily a pro-Palestinian rally, although a lot of people from the pro-Palestinian groups are here, but the people organizing it, regardless of their opinion on the war, are protesting the use of the police against the students and working on the sound. So it might be multiple speakers, and we'll see what goes on. So this time, first time using StreamYards. I'm not sure if anyone's watching. It should be live on Twitter also, and the media might do the full conference. You get Fox News, CBS, local, maybe click on, and a lot of different activists from the local unions. So the unions have supported a ceasefire. I think even the head of the union, Sean Fain, publicly supported a ceasefire. And they also have various unions. I think the teacher union in California actually went on strike due to the protest. Um, so hopefully it'll be a wider coalition today, not necessarily just um, anti-war activists or Palestinian activists, anti-Israel activists, but um, anti-police brutality or various use of police against students and factions. So you're just rambling here a little bit before it gets started. It should start right away once they get the sound working. Okay, so it looks like we got multiple factions here from the students at the encampment, including, God forbid, some of the students who were arrested, a wide array of various concerned students and citizens that may have varying opinions on the encampment or various things, but stand in solidarity against the arresting and hard hand of the force. And, God forbid, part of, hey, Lauren, God bless, thanks for tuning in. Part of the appeal of the protest, God forbid, in terms of anti-Israel activism, is one of the demands of the protesters was the collaboration between Wayne State Police and Israel. And one of the things that Israel uses to um, benefit the U.S. is military equipment and surveillance equipment. So when we see the militarized police, the immediate use of riot police, a lot of those people are, God forbid, trained in Israel, and that's one of the main technologies that Israel exports globally and to the U.S. So we think, well, Israel is an important ally to America and the world, largely for the export of military equipment, specifically, globally to largely countries that the U.S. refuses to sell arms to. And there's a few technologies that Israel has its own, but most of the global military equipment goes to countries that America, uh, for various geopolitical or humanitarian reasons, will not supply arms to. And then you have um, other technologies that Israel supplies even to the U.S. So you have like the Pegasus surveillance technology, but also training. Like Cap City specifically training for riot control. So I think when the universities send the police to, so to say, peaceful protesters or various methods of crowd control, uh, one of the factors that is part of the American-Israel alliance.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so it looks like it's starting.
How's everybody doing? All right, we're going to get started here in a minute.
Okay, so we're here at Wayne State University, the press conference of Wayne State faculty and staff demands hands off our students, speaking out against the use of militarized police force against the students.
All right, thank you everyone for coming out. It's good to see all of you, your faces here for this important event to be here for our students. We just wanted to start with a couple things to establish who we are, why we're here, why we've gathered here together today. And my name is Julia. I'm in the comm department. All right, thank you. And I actually have to say that I think that a lot of us feel this way, that we've learned a lot from our students in this, and so we should thank the students as well for bringing all of us together. And it feels good to look around and know that I have colleagues out there that I haven't met yet. So welcome to everyone. I just also want to say that we recognize that this is a broad group, and we know that there are faculty and staff and community members here that are all here despite any differences that we might have an opinion about any of the issues at hand. We are here because we have one thing in common, and that thing in common is that we are here to support and protect our students. So most importantly, in this event that we're calling today, we have formed an ad hoc kind of group that we're calling Hands Off Our Students, which is largely who you see out here tonight. And we want to practice a little bit of speaking with one voice. So if you will bear with me here. go along with this. All right, I'm going to say something, and I want you all to reply and say unacceptable. And this is why. Hold on one second. Because this is a public institution. And as faculty and staff at a public institution, it is our job to hold that public institution accountable. Correct? Yes. Okay. So this is one way of many that we can hold them accountable. So when I say something, you're going to say unacceptable. Okay? All right. So pushing students out of... I love the eagerness. All right. Pushing students out of the Board of Governors meeting. To that we say, unacceptable. Using police force to remove peaceful protesters. We say, unacceptable. Abusing the use of the remote operations function. We say, unacceptable. Spreading lies in campus communications to the whole community. We say, unacceptable. Anybody else want to add any? No, we'll have time for that later.
Unacceptable! Unacceptable! Genocide!
Unacceptable!
Children!
Unacceptable!
Riot gear!
Unacceptable! All right, I'm going to pass the mic off, and we're going to just have a few words, and then we'll get the program started. We have a couple of speakers. We'll explain to you who's speaking at each point.
If anyone's watching,
Hi,
just
everyone.
tell me if the sound's working or
My
not.
name is Amanda, and I'm in the education department. So I just want to remind everyone that our primary role here today is to support our students and reaffirm their and our right to peaceful protest. We are faculty, staff, and community members standing in solidarity with our students here at Wayne State. We are proud of our students. They are leading us, and we are learning from them. We are in support of their right to peaceful assembly and their right to free speech, which is the foundation of academic freedom and crucial to the functioning of a public research institution like Wayne State. You know, we are all generations here, but we are all here anyway, right? In community together. So I'm just going to keep it short. I think we're ready for our first speaker. Is that right? Or are we going to do the open letter next?
Open letter.
Open letter, okay. So next we're going to have a few faculty and staff read sections of the open letter. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Anyone watching, just make sure the sound is good. Anyone in the chat, just tell me if the sounds good.
40-year employee of Wayne State University and an academic services officer in the Irving Theory Honors College. Open letter from Wayne State University faculty and staff to President Espy, Board of Governors, and Wayne State University community. We, the undersigned faculty and staff of Wayne State University, write to express our condemnation of the recent actions taken against student activists associated with the Students for Justice in Palestine. These students, exercising their right to free speech and peaceful assembly, set up an encampment on May 23, 2024, calling on the university to divest from companies that engage in war profiteering. Many of us visited the encampment and found it a welcoming place full of hospitality.
I'm Layla Sachi. I'm a faculty with the Honors College. I will continue. So in this open letter from Wayne State University faculty and staff, we are deeply troubled by the events that unfolded on May 30th, 2024, when WSU police cleared out the encampment and used force to prevent our tuition-paying students from returning to campus. Police tackled demonstrators even as they were complying with police orders, and in at least one instance, forcibly removed a woman's hijab. This is unacceptable. Understatement. 12 activists were arrested during this incident, including 6 current WSU students, an incoming WSU student, a family member of a student, and at least one legal observer. One student was hospitalized. We condemn these actions in the strongest possible terms. The use of force against students peacefully advocating for their beliefs is unacceptable and contrary to the values of our academic community.
Hi everybody, my name is Carly and I'm a staff member at the School of Social Work. I'm going to start off reading our demands. Our demands are as follows. 1. Non-prosecution for students, activists, and legal observers. The university and prosecutor's office must refrain from pursuing charges against the arrested students and other community members. 2. No academic sanctions for affected students. The university must abstain from punishing the students in any way academically. 3. Police and security de-escalation. The university must de-escalate and decrease police and security presence on campus. Increased police presence poses an ongoing and very real threat to the safety of Black and brown students who are rightfully entitled to our university spaces.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Josh Wilburn, the chair of the philosophy department. I'll continue with our demands. Number 4, apologies to all affected. The university must submit formal apologies to the students, activists, and legal observers who were treated with force, with particular notice to those who had their hijabs removed during the incident. 5, engagement with SJP and FSJP. President Espy and the Board of Governors must engage in meaningful dialogue with representatives from Students for Justice in Palestine and representatives from faculty and staff for Justice in Palestine to discuss and address their concerns. 6, timeline for negotiations. A timeline for negotiations is required to address demands of SJP and FSJP with a clearly defined process for continued dialogue.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Wenzel of the philosophy department. I'm reading the last portion of the open letter. We, all of us, stand in solidarity with the students and all of those affected by this blatant disregard for student and community freedom of speech and assembly, safety, and legitimate attempts to engage university administration. It is imperative that we ensure the safety and the rights of our students and uphold the principles of justice and equity within our university, as university spaces are learning environments energized by the vigorous exchange of ideas. Hands off our students!
Mohawk Alaska School of Medicine. The university administration thought that by arresting students and harassing them, they will be intimidating them. They will be intimidating us. They didn't know that behind those brave students, there are many that are here to say, hands off our students! 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 And they thought, if they remove the students' encampment, they will be silent. They're not going to be silent. We're behind them, faculty and staff and community, and we're giving them space to speak.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Lana Fawzi, and I'm going to be reading SJP's statement. Early morning on Thursday, May 30th, Wayne State police officers equipped with riot gear assaulted the Wayne State University Solidarity Encampment for Gaza. They forcefully destroyed the perimeter and arrested vulnerable protesters. The brutal actions of the riot police, initiated by the administration as a necessary step after many good faith efforts to reach a different conclusion, stands in stark contradiction to the truth. In response to what was a peaceful demonstration of solidarity, the Wayne State administration felt the need to deploy police officers in riot gear on students and members of the encampment, even though there was no riot. Vice President of Government and Community Affairs Patrick Lindsay acknowledged that he has never felt safer while in the liberated zone. The environment was welcoming to all people, from families that would bring their children to elderly people with physical disabilities who would come and stay during all points of the day. The encampment embodied the principles guiding Wayne State University diversity, equity, safety, integrity, and inclusion. One cannot help but question whether such drastic measures by the administration would have been employed if those involved were not Arab or Muslim or allied students. Wayne State University claims to provide an environment where all students are considered for academic and co-curricular activities without regard to ancestry, religious, or political belief, or country of origin. Wayne State administration, particularly President Espy, contradicted Wayne State's proclaimed commitment to fairness within our university community. That's right. As students of Wayne State, we are guaranteed the right to free inquiry and the free discussion and publication of our findings. The violent actions against our peaceful encampment starkly contrast the university's commitment to scholarly investigation and free expression as outlined in the student rights policies. Among the 12 arrests, 6 are registered Wayne State students, 3 are former students, 1 is an impartial legal observer, 1 is a parent, and 1 is a community member. The university's excessive use of violence infringes upon students' rights to freedom of speech and religion through the grabbing and removal of a student's hijab and the preceding violation of privacy through the inspection of said hijab in a non-private setting. One of the former students arrested was hospitalized and faced heavy mistreatment during her hospitalization. The police went further to try to suppress the third-party legal observers who serve as neutral documenters of police actions and record abuses of power. The use of arrests to intimidate students and community members is unacceptable, and we will not be intimidated. We are not scared. Since students have the right to organize and participate in recognized campus organizations, the dismantling of the encampment and the use of excessive violence through police brutality infringes on both the individual and collective rights of student organizations, which are supposedly protected under the university's policies. Wayne State is obligated to protect all students from unreasonable consequences. Obligated. The deployment of riot gear against peaceful students under the guise of safety concerns without substantiating those concerns reveals the administration's racial biases obscuring the responsibility of acting impartially. Contrary to the administration's claims, the representative students of the encampment consistently seek dialogue and cooperation with university officials to find a mutually satisfactory resolution. The university was disseminating false information regarding their good faith efforts in meeting with the students. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. These overtures have been met with administration's silence, lies, and dismissiveness. Launching the encampment was not a spontaneous decision, but a response to the dismissiveness and silence of the administration over many months. The Wayne State community stands in solidarity with the students affected by these unjust actions and calls on the administration to uphold its stated values of diversity, inclusion, and equity. It is imperative that the university engages in genuine dialogue with the students involved and takes concrete steps to address their concerns and grievances. Anything less would be a betrayal of the principles on which this institution claims to stand. We call upon students in the community to echo our call for Wayne State divestment and to urge the university and the prosecutor's office not to pursue any charges against those that were arrested. We call upon responsible administration members to meet with students for divestment. We will not rest until Wayne State University divests.
Hi, my name is Nishat Imran. I'm the president of the Faculty Senate at the School of Medicine. I'm Nishat Imran, the president of the Faculty Senate at the School of Medicine. I'm here presenting myself. This might not be a very popular opinion in this crowd, but I really do believe President SP believes in freedom of speech. How do I know that? Because she positively responded to me in private about an email that I would like to share with everyone, that she does believe in freedom of speech, she believes in exchange of ideas, etc. That email was from 3 months ago, and I'm not divulging any confidential information or anything. This is an email I sent to President SP on February 2nd, 6:57 p.m. This was in response to the campus speech symposium that was held on February 29th, and I believe was arranged by the School of Law. In that email on February 2nd, I said, "Dear President SP, on January 11th, during our routine executive committee at the School of Medicine, which I'm the president of, we discussed a Twitter post that was attacking me as a Palestinian man. Not me personally, but my character as a Palestinian, or my identity as a Palestinian. The post can be found here, and I linked the post. In that post, it links being pro-Palestinian to being pro-rape. So I continue to say in the email, the sad part is that it came from a colleague of mine in the Department of Internal Medicine, the same department I practice in, and we share clinic space. However, during that meeting, and in the presence of our dean of the School of Medicine, I stated the following, and it's in the minutes. And this was back 4 months ago. I said in the meeting, although my identity was attacked by such posts, I still stand by my colleague's right to express his views. And he should not be punished for exercising that right. Moreover, we must not be playing the role of thought police on campus. Quite the opposite. Our university must encourage various points of view to compete in the marketplace of ideas. After all, the sunlight is the best disinfectant for quote-unquote bad ideas. Why let these controversial ideologies fester in the dark till they mutate and get worse? Unquote. Because my character was attacked as a Palestinian and my identity was attacked as a Palestinian, that made me the least person with a conflict of interest to defend my colleague's right to freedom of speech. A disagreeable and hateful speech, but in my opinion, he still has the right to exercise that right. My colleague decided to resign at his own volition eventually, and the administration played absolutely no role in that decision, for which I commended our dean and our leadership for that during the meeting. We cannot play thought police. And I continue to the rest of the email. President SP, you responded positively to this. I know that you believe in the mission of Wayne State. I know that you believe in the diversity of ideas, not only diversity of skin color, diversity in everything, diversity of backgrounds, diversity in ethnicity, diversity in everything. You have to show us statesmanship. You have to raise it to the occasion. We know that you can, and we're waiting on you. Thank you.
Hands up our students! 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 My name is Ijeoma Nodem Opara. I'm a physician, scientist, scholar, professor, and activist at the School of Medicine. I'm also a mother, a spouse, and a daughter of revolutionaries from a long line of freedom and liberation fighters scattered across the globe throughout the African diaspora. I come from a long line of people, honey, who lived for, fought for, died for the freedom to speak, to act, and to be exactly who they were. Divine beings who embody justice, compassion, and humanity. The very type of people who understand, or rather the very type of people we are supposed to be teaching our students to emulate. The very type of people who understand that none of us are free unto one, all of us are free. The type of people who understand that injustice anywhere is what? A threat to injustice everywhere. That's right. That we are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. That whatever affects one directly, it affects all indirectly. Right? The type of people who understand solidarity, and that we are one under the ban of prejudice and proscription, one under the slander of inferiority, one in social and political disenfranchisement. That when one suffers, we all suffer. When one endures, we all endure. And that we are indissolubly united and must fall or flourish together. And that's what Papa Frederick Douglass said. That's what Papa Frederick Douglass taught us. After all, the mission of this great institution, Wayne State University, is to create and advance knowledge, and I quote, prepare a diverse student body to thrive, and positively impact local and global communities. I'm sorry. So these student leaders who took the time to intentionally, courageously, sacrificially stand in their humanity as an example to the rest of us with such peacefulness and loving kindness, are they not the epitome of diverse student bodies, quite literally, positively impacting local and global communities? In other words, are they not pushing towards the mission? Right? Or what about Wayne State University's 2022 to 27 strategic plan titled Our Moment in Time, which prioritizes student success and impactful engagement in the city of Detroit and surrounding communities, as well as academic excellent research, and one that tackles real-world problems, interdisciplinary collaboration, and more, end quote. Again, I'm sorry. Am I missing something here? Impactful engagement, interdisciplinary collaboration, real-world problems. Ain't this exactly what these student leaders be doing out here? Or are these just flowery words, only applicable off campus? Yeah, y'all students create and advance knowledge, impact local and global communities, tackle world problems, just not on campus. Just not when we are acting as an extension of state violence. Just not when we are militarizing education. Friends and family, this right here is the strategic plan. This is our moment in time. This is our moment in time. I said, this is our moment in time. And the question we ask ourselves is, how is history and the future going to judge us? For as Dr. Tiffany Jean Willoughby Herard of University of California, Irvine passionately queried when she was asked if she was concerned about her job as she was being violently arrested by state police for supporting her students on campus and their right to protest, she asked, what job do we have if our students have no future? So, in conclusion, as power concedes nothing without a demand, to reiterate our open letter, we, the Wayne State University faculty and staff, are demanding non-persecution for students, activists, and legal observers. We are demanding no academic sanctions for affected students. We are demanding police and security de-escalation. We are demanding apologies to all affected. We are demanding engagement with SJP and FSJP with a timeline for negotiations and clearly defined process for continued dialogue. And ultimately, we are demanding that never, ever should the hands of the state, hands of violence, hands of oppression be laid on our students. We declare that honor unacceptable. So hands of our students, ceasefire and genocide, free Palestine.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan, I'm the president of GOC. What this past week has made very clear to me is that the student organizers who led the encampment have a lot to teach not only us grad students, but us staff, us faculty, and most importantly, the administration. The students' efforts serve as a clear reminder that this is not an international issue. That struggles against oppression and violence aren't struggles for those directly facing that violence, such as the case of Gaza overseas. Instead, that this is a collective struggle that we all ought to engage in and fight against. The diversity of Wayne State is one of our greatest strengths. And as president of GOC, I want to stress how important it is to maintain that strength. I want to stress how lucky that we are to have grad students from all across the world. And that strength and that those people from every part of this world is where we get not only some of our smartest and most powerful grad students, but some of our best research as well. We need to utilize that strength and continue to hone in on those individuals. As a rhetorical and argumentative scholar, I want to stress the dangers of the rhetorical efforts to label our students of color, as safety concerns and threats. The 2016 election made it very clear that that is extremely dangerous. We do not need any increase in hate crimes or any hate towards our students, and such rhetoric literally incites that. Rhetorical tactics such as this have real consequences, and we as a university should know better than to surround our students with police, and worst of all, calling in riot police to assault them, violating not only their freedom of speech, but their rights to the religious rights by ripping off their hijabs. In a world where such actions are so freely taken by the university, you undermine the sacred nature of the university as a place of intellectual freedom. Additionally, you stroke fears in not only the hearts of the students out there, but especially in the hearts of international students whose livelihood could be put in stake if they have the police arrest them. We have to resist those tactics as faculty, staff, and community members against our students and encourage and empower our students, especially international students and other grad students. At the end of the day, our students' calls are clear. Divest.
Hi everybody,
be very brief. I'm Danielle Aubert. I'm president of the Wayne Academic Union. I'm so happy to see so many people here. But I'll just say, speak for myself and many of the people in the union who support the students' right to protest, right to assemble, right to free speech. The encampment was peaceful. These are our students. We know them, many of them by name. I think when any of us see our own students being brutalized, we have a visceral reaction, a parental reaction. We're learning from our students, as everybody has said before, but this is not okay. So there was no need to move to remote operations last week. It was peaceful. There was no public safety issue. We did not need to close campus. So I'll just reiterate some of the things that have been said. Do not press charges on the students or on community members. No academic sanctions for our students. The university is a place for debating ideas, for disagreement, at times for protest. The fact that many of us are even, afraid, have to think about our job security as we come out here is unacceptable. We should be able to speak our minds. Wayne State's an open campus. We're a public university. Students and all of us have a right to be here. So I'm also proud to just be here, today to just reaffirm that this is our campus and we're here. So I'll just urge our administration to find a way to engage meaningfully with members of our campus community who are advocating for justice in Palestine. Solidarity.
Free, free Palestine! 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 Whose university? Our university! Whose university? Our university! Whose university? Our university! Whose university? Our university!
All right, you gotta stick with me on this one, all right? So listen through once. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't stop fighting. 3, hands off our students. Now, 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 now. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't stop fighting. 3, hands off our students. Now, 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 now. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't stop fighting. 3, hands off our students. Now, 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 now. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't stop fighting. 3, hands off our students. Now, 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 now. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't stop fighting. 3, hands off our students. Now, 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 now. All right, I just also want to say the open letter now has 184 signatures. We have power in numbers, and solidarity in numbers, so please encourage others to sign it. And I'm going to hand it over to Morhav.
On the same day that they arrested the students, faculty and staff got together and launched Faculty and Staff for Justice for Palestine. Just like the Students for Justice in Palestine, we are their support, we're with them, calling for the same demand. We're part of a national network among universities that call for the same causes: divestment of our funds, our research money, our tuition funds, from investing them in the war profiteering companies that are supporting the Zionist regime in Israel. The students' demands, SJP's demands, are our demands, and we're here with them. So number one, just like SJP wanted, we, as SJP, want divestment from war profiteering companies. 2, full disclosure of Wayne State investment. 3, ending the police collaboration with a Zionist entity. Actually, we're moving this a little bit further. Ending the militarization of our campuses. Shame. We also, just like SJP, FSJP, want the administration to issue a ceasefire statement. We in FSJP support the Palestinians' right to self-determination, legal equality, and return to their indigenous homes and lands. By launching SJP, we reaffirm our commitment to justice, academic freedom, and the defense of human rights. We recognize our responsibility. Many of us, faculty and staff, we teach. Teaching now is here. Teaching is on the street, and learning is on the street. This is continuation of our responsibility on campus, and we don't take that lightly. We affirm that our fight with other social justice groups is one fight, and that we only be free when everyone is free. We invite, in a couple of days, we had 70 faculty sign in solidarity, and we invite you to join us. We invite you to join us as faculty and staff for justice in Palestine. We came here for a cause that is hands off our students. We want to affirm that. So, hands off our students! 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 Administration thought that by arresting students and destroying the space that they had, that they're going to be out and that their space is taken. We're going to say no. This is our campus, and it is our right to protest. In affirming our right, I'm going to call on all of you to walk back to Spirit Rock so we can continue our protest over there. Free, free Palestine! 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 Ceasefire now! 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 Hands off our students! 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 Free, free Palestine! 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 Hands off our students! 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 Free, free Palestine! 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 Hands off our students! Hands off our students!
How about this? What do we want? Right to assembly. What do we want?
Right to assembly.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Right to assembly.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Right to assembly.
When do we want it?
Now.
Now free speech. What do we want?
Free speech.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free speech.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free speech.
When do we want it?
Now.
Now free Palestine. What do we want?
Free Palestine.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free Palestine.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Free Palestine.
When do we want it?
Now.
How about
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine. So I'm gonna give the mic to the people who know how to do it right.
We'll try. Stay your hands on red.
Slow down a little bit. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
My name is Lena. I'm the president of the SJP at Detroit Mercy. From the detention center, where FC, whatever her name is, called the cops, Wayne State Police, Detroit Police Department, on their students who are peacefully protesting a genocide. Now I want to say something important right now. Our students were assaulted, were choked, had their hijab ripped off. Their First Amendment rights. Shame! 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 Now excuse me, I still don't have my voice back. You guys need to speak for me. Shame! Shame! And we're not on the streets right now. We're on the campus. So we want to make sure that she hears you. Shame, 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 shame. Shame, 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 shame. Shame, 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 shame. Shame, 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 shame. FC, have some shame. FC, have some Is this good? Mic check. Mic check. Okay, I do want to say that I am very impressed and proud of our community that showed up not only towards every day of the peaceful encampment. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. And I do want to say that I'm very happy and proud of the community that showed up in defense of the students who were unlawfully arrested by the DPD and WSU PD. So for that we say, the people united will never be defeated. 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 The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
Now, I do also want to say, since we are on state territory, is it SB or FC?
ESP.
SB, you're a hawk!
SB, you're a hawk!
Guys, we want to make sure she hears us. My voice is gone. Like, mashallah, you guys have voices. SB, you're a hawk!
SB, you're a hawk!
You will lose your job!
You will lose your job, inshallah!
Lose your job!
You will lose your job!
SB, you're a hawk!
SB, you're a hawk!
You will lose your job!
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 SB, you're a hawk! SB, you're a hawk! SB, you're a hawk! SB, you're a hawk! You will lose your job!
You will lose your job!
You will
You will lose
lose your job!
your job!
From the river to the sea,
Palestine is almost free! Palestine is almost free! Our students are almost free! Our students are almost free! Our people are almost free! Our people are almost free! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! You get like a megaphone or something?
and supporting us. I want to thank you guys for coming and showing your support and showing our faculty support. One thing I want to say is I definitely think Wayne will probably get divestment sooner than we think. Such an amazing support system. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Hands off our students! Hands off our students!
want to thank every one of you for being here. Please give yourself a round of applause. Many of us here, staff and faculty, have received threats about our job. Still, we are here today. We have been together. The people united will never be defeated. 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 United will never be defeated. I am proud the most of the students. Your bravery is teaching us. Please continue. We will follow your lead. I'm also proud of our staff. Give yourself a round of applause. Our staff are vulnerable and can be easily threatened or intimidated. And that's not acceptable. Unacceptable. Thank you.
Unacceptable!
Staff can be threatened, still they're here among us. I want to remind the faculty, we have a lot of privilege. We have a lot of privilege. We're paid well. We go home on weekends, most of us. We work 8 to 5, a little bit longer some days shorter. We have time to read. We have time to think on our own. That's a privilege. So showing up here is part of our duty. It is part of our duty. This is not the end. This is the beginning. It is the beginning for our faculty and staff movement in Wayne State. Because if we want our students to lead us, and they will, then we have to be behind them to say, hands off our students! 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 SJP was formed as a direct. Thank you. You can shout. Yes. An immediate response. 11 p.m. the emails went out. We did not want to wait. We want administration to know faculty and staff are behind the students. We said it today and we'll say it again. The student demands are our demands. We want divestment, and we want it now. What do we want? Divestment! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Divestment! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Divestment! When do we want it? Now! We're strong, and we're proud of our capacity to organize and to bring people to show up. And this is the beginning of what's yet to come.
We're going to organize more. We're going to fill up all of the schools, all the states. We're going to say, people united will never be defeated. The 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 people united will never be defeated. We are in Detroit. And we're on the streets for Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
We're also on the streets when women's rights are taken. We're on the street and we'll continue with that. We need to protect each other and we need to show up for each other. This is not the end, this is the beginning. FSGP will launch activities that will bring attention to the campus, freedom of speech, and to the main cause, which is Palestine. I can't say that the activity today is going to move the needle to bring Palestine to freedom. But what I know is that Palestine is freeing us. And we will continue.
Free, free Palestine! 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 Free, free Palestine!
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Kale, Ultra T, Lauren, good to see you. So we'll keep you posted. So hopefully we can review on Sunday. And maybe my pragmatism, American pragmatism stream might be coming up.
We have one last speaker.
Hi, thank you all for being here so much. Sorry, we're throwing in one more thing before we're over. My name's Chloe Lundeen. I work in the provost's office. In October, I put up a couple of pro-Palestine signs. I said simply "Free Palestine," "Free Gaza," "End the occupation," no violent imagery or anything like that. My boss, who's an associate provost, came into my office, demanded that I take the signs down. And I looked at my giant Black Lives Matter sign in my office, and I said, well, can I put them up in my office? And he said no. So I took the signs down, and I redacted them. I cut the letters out, put them back up on my office door, along with Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from a Birmingham jail. He didn't like that, as you can imagine. And so at our next one-on-one meeting, I told him, I said, I'm a public employee. You've infringed on my freedom of speech, and I feel inclined to inform you of this. And he said, Chloe, you're in violation of a policy. And I said I'd look to see the policy because I've looked all over the website trying to find this policy that I'm in violation of. And he said, you need to think long and hard about how far you want to take this. That's right. And I said, Darren, we're talking about my freedom of speech. I'm going to take it all the way, baby. And so he asked for my letter of resignation. And I said, thankfully, I've already contacted an attorney, and I will not be resigning. So, of course, he tried to retaliate against me, of course. But I am still at the university, and I'm still fighting. And I just want to tell you all that I'm so thankful that you're here standing up for our students, but also know that I feel a renewed sense of energy and community care and love being here with all of you, because this experience has been very isolated, and I don't feel isolated any longer.
A people united can never be. A people united can never be. A people united can never be. That's right. Listen, I want to end this law fest because this is a law fest, and it's the beginning of a very long road. We can't speech to come up because I don't. You sure? Okay, all right. I thought we were going to end things, but that's okay. I'm here to really bring up the next part. And really, the big thing I want to just really share is the beginning of a long haul is a marathon. Young people are amazing. You're up, you're leaders, you're following the lead. It's so important that, as Audrey Lorde told us, right, joy is a form of resistance. And the act of self-care is a decision for political welfare. In other words, ensure you are taking care of yourself, you're drinking water, you're eating healthy sometimes, the occasional deep dish pizza is okay. That you are taking care of yourself and each other because this is a marathon. It's a marathon. Okay? And so I just want to really share that. Follow the social media, platforms, Instagram, follow each other. And let's just do this one day at a time. But listen, victory is sure. That's right. This is the for real last speaker, okay? Because people got it. I just want to end with the victory cry of the Mozambican freedom fighters, where they said, "Ayuda continua," meaning the struggle continues, but Victoria es certa. Victory is sure.
Should be here shortly. So we'll continue the. Oh, he's here. Let's welcome our state representative.
me? These mics are something.
You're good, you're good.
All right, so we've been having conversations, and you guys know this. You know, I don't need a microphone. How about that? We were here.
Come closer.
Oh, how about it? There we go.
Microphone.
We got a couple. Mic check. All right. What up, though? So we were here a week ago, and you remember the conversation. They were telling the students that they were willing to meet with them, but the demands and the way in which they set the meetings up were improbable. They were last minute. They were inconsiderate of the fact that you had students that were working, that you had students and faculty that wanted to have a conversation about a genocide, but you had folks in leadership that were more outraged about students in a tent than a refugee tent being bombed by the Israelis. Rather than get frustrated that every single university in Gaza has been wiped off this planet, they decided to unleash a police force on students on their own campus. And rather than invest their dollars in an ethical way, invest your tuition money that you're paying this university in a way that is reflective of the concerns that you have as a community. They tell you that weapons and arms and investments in companies that literally build bombs to kill people, that is more of a priority than your concern. So I want you all to know that I am always going to stand for a free Palestine. And I will always make sure that no matter what they try to do, no matter how many times they try to spin the fact that speaking up for justice is anti-Semitic, we remind them that we are the pro-peace movement, that we are the pro-humanity movement, and it is not a radical idea to ask for this government to stop bombing children. So whatever the hell y'all need, you let me know. I will stand shoulder to shoulder, pepper spray to pepper spray, face shields to face shields, whatever the police want to unleash on you for standing against the genocide, I am here to stand with you. And as my friend Rashida reminds us, this is a city that births movements. So we'll be damned if we will have some folks in power tell us that we will not birth a movement that is saying stop killing people. We are going to do that come hell or high water. We are going to be a community that says we demand peace. We're going to be a community that says disarm the Israeli occupation forces. And we're going to be the movement that says the United States should not fund the killing of every innocent man, woman, and child in this world. So, I want to close with a quick chant. This time I won't be moving around. You just got to repeat after me. You guys ready? Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Free Palestine today. Free Palestine today. Hey, 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 oh. Netanyahu's got to go. Can't you see? Can't you see? God, that's what we need. Can't you see? Can't you see? Palestine will be free. Hey, 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 hey. Free Palestine today. Hey, 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 oh. Genocide has got to go. Can't you see? God, that's what we need. Can't you see? Palestine will Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. The legal advisor advised that you walk out of campus with a buddy, so please don't walk alone. Be safe. Thanks for showing up for our students.
Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's possible tomorrow or Thursday I will do my American Pragmatism stream with Pierce, Dewey, James, Mead, and Rorty, but it might be till next week. So with that, see you week in review. See you any more events. So God bless. Thanks for tuning in.